Archangel Michael is delivering this word to you today. If you elect to disregard me at this time, I will refrain from communicating with you in the future. You are on the verge of a major catastrophe. Please allow me to help save your life. An item is imminently to be delivered to your open palms. Please stop from skipping, my dear child. Please refrain from proceeding until the conclusion, as the information you are about to receive is not merely a message. This is a life-saving measure. Today, the globe is undergoing an invisible but perceptible revolution. Archangel Michael is also no longer murmuring. He is sending a strong warning. He declares that he will refrain from conversing with you in the future if you disregard me at this time. Something catastrophic is imminently approaching you, and there is no way to prevent it. You are nearly ready for a huge occasion. Please refrain from scrolling. Right now, there is absolutely no possibility. It appears that this is a direct intervention. Pay close attention. His message indicates that you will receive something in the near future, such as a message, a sign, or a sudden change. Continue to stay at this location. If you neglect this, all that was intended to ensure your safety will crumble. Kindly avoid from skipping. Currently, he owns the other end of the thread that determines your fate. It is difficult to articulate, but your heart suddenly becomes constricted, as if a significant secret is about to be disclosed. Do not be concerned about that. That is the urgency of God. Pay close attention. I am currently listening to the remarks in order to align your essence with this holy frequency. These words are not mere observations. These are spiritually based activities. It informs Archangel Michael that you are prepared to receive the lifeline he is currently providing. Prior to the most critical portion of this message, carry out the following. Archangel Michael informs you that an individual in your immediate vicinity has been transmitting detrimental energy toward you. That is the cause of this awful occurrence. However, if you remain alert and wait until the end, he will begin to unwind the strands that you cannot see. Refrain from descending. Avoid moving. In a mere instant, you will be presented with an opportunity that will never be repeated. You will never be able to retrieve it if you bypass. Allow yourself to experience this for a moment. Upon your decision to not skip, my adored child, everything underwent a significant transformation. This should not be neglected. This is the reason Archangel Michael instructs you to remain until the conclusion. This is the most critical moment to safeguard yourself. He informs you that the adverse event that is imminent is not an error. When they arrived, someone smiled at you while pretending to be concerned. At present, Archangel Michael is erecting a protective shield around your existence to ensure your safety. That shield will fail in less than a second if you scroll. In the near future, a significant event will transpire that will significantly impact your existence. Pay close attention. He claims that the energy surrounding you is currently unstable. There is a hidden truth that wants to reach you. A message could appear unexpectedly, or the phone could sound. Occasionally, an unexpected sign can show the genuine nature of someone you trust. Kindly avoid from skipping. Stay in this place. If you depart at this time, you will overlook the message that could potentially save your life. My adored child, if you persist in your search, your destiny will unfold before you like a grand door. It is critical that you recognize that every second you remain, one impediment is removed. Every second, the risk decreases. You refrain from scrolling and skipping. Continue to stay at this location. It is now necessary to begin a life in line with the divine. Subscribe to this channel and activate all notifications. You are not simply perusing a page. We are confident that you will never miss the prophetic message intended for your life when you subscribe. You continue to achieve your accomplishments while remaining under this protective layer. You are about to see an event that only happens once in a lifetime. If you fail to attend to this message for even a single second, you will forfeit the safeguards that are being applied to you. Continue to stay at this location. Refer to the next section to learn more about what will happen next. Please refrain from moving or blinking, my dear child. According to Archangel Michael, the danger that was approaching you slowed down as if a powerful hand had grabbed it by the neck the moment you arrived at this spot. This implies that it is impossible to avoid. Avoid departing immediately at the conclusion. We are on the brink of disclosing a highly significant information that you were not intended to be aware of until now. In the vision that Archangel Michael has given you, you are at a juncture. On one path, the situation appears to be rather routine, almost repetitive. Conversely, there are opportunities, favors, and breakthroughs that have been obstructed for an extended period. Avoid skipping and moving. He claims that if you continue to scroll away at this moment, you will choose the wrong road and someone else will receive the blessing that was meant for you. He remains with you throughout the most perilous portion of your journey. This is what he wants you to be aware of. Therefore, exercise cautious. It was an inconspicuous sob. They were feeling discomfort on their own. The laceration was invisible to all others. Now it is their chance to ascend. Refrain from permitting them to depart. This section will help you rediscover an aspect of yourself. My beloved child, you will regain the strength, confidence, and clarity that you once possessed. Please refrain from scrolling and averting your gaze. Everything is about to change. Stay until the end. As a result of the subsequent events, you will be completely roused. As soon as you arrived, my precious child, a portal opened above you. Please stay in your current location. Archangel Michael cautions you against skipping. This doorway appears only once in a lifetime. He is holding something exclusively for you in front of that door. However, he warns you that if you continue to browse, the door will close quickly. Avoid moving. In a matter of seconds, a significant event will transpire. Pay close attention. The terrible incident in your life was never meant to happen. Archangel Michael informs you that the force that was directed at you was intended to cause you harm. It was mentioned by someone who wasn't impressed with your potential, progress, or brilliance. As you remain until the conclusion, Archangel Michael draws you away from that calamity. Kindly avoid from skipping. Divine intervention is currently in progress. Inform them that their future is constantly evolving as they observe. Protection commences to manifest. Currently, blessings are spreading, and hidden antagonists are disappearing. Additionally, he informs them, my dear child, significant events are imminent in your life. A message, opportunity is imminent that will fundamentally alter your existence. However, you must remain in this location for it to find you. Please refrain from scrolling. Do not interfere. Please refrain from reading any further till the end. The subsequent section is not merely a message. Your consciousness has been anticipating this moment. Kindly refrain from skipping, infant. According to Archangel Michael, this is the point at which consciousness occurs. Your destiny is unique because of your continuing existence. He asserts that this message is intended for you, as your spirit, heart, and intuition are aware. Please stay to the end, since the events that are about to unfold will have a significant impact on your life. Michael, the Archangel, is disclosing a secret that few people will ever uncover. He presents you with a photograph of yourself standing in the darkness, enveloped by the recollection of the silent struggles, betrayal, and pain you experienced independently. The darkness around you begins to break like shattered glass as he advances and raises his blade. Every second you stay, you disrupt another chain related with your identity. Therefore, refrain from departing. Please express your faith in the comments section to accept this heavenly liberation and the breaking of all chains. Amen. While doing this, imagine each invisible link shattering and disintegrating. He murmurs, "You are informing heaven that you are prepared for your ascension season. Inform them that they are about to enter a season they have not experienced in years. My dearest darling, it is time for you to rise. It is time to make changes. It is imperative that you comprehend this matter thoroughly. You are no longer wounded by the disaster that was meant for you. The individual who attempted to cause you harm is currently experiencing hardship. By remaining in this location, you free yourself from the restraints that had previously held you back. Please refrain from scrolling. Your life is about to undergo circumstances that will exceed your expectations. Archangel Michael will alert you about the upcoming occurrences. Today is the most significant day of your life in a spiritual sense. Please stay with me to the end, my precious child. Do not browse at all, says Archangel Michael. This is the most critical component of the entire discourse. Please keep from leaving until the end. It looks that everything is moving at an incredible speed. Failure to act now may result in the fast reverse of all protective measures in place. You are unable to ignore any aspect of the talk since something of great importance is taking shape for you. Archangel Michael is helping to clarify your future. It appears as though pages were torn from a book that chronicles your existence. All of your blessings were halted. Your progress has been impeded. Your voice was rejected. It grew more difficult for you to travel. However, you reached this section after Archangel Michael repaired the damaged pages. Kindly avoid from skipping. He speaks softly, informing you that your fate is currently in flux. Inform them that you are progressing by moving from struggle to strength, loss to breakthrough, and terror to victory. My dearest darling, please remain attentive. I have some unexpected information to disclose. A significant opportunity that will significantly alter your existence is imminent. This prophetic revelation is appropriate for broadcast because to its strong anointing for breakthrough. Inform someone who is currently seeking a breakthrough about this message. This prophetic word initiates the anointing and causes the same transformation in their network when it is shared with others. The gifts you bestow upon others have a significant impact on your own life. Please forward this information to 3 people who need emergency assistance. Sharing not only increases the abundance in your life, but it also sends a wave of protection and breakthrough to everyone who is connected to you. However, Archangel Michael maintains that it is not yet stable. To prevent the link from breaking, refrain from scrolling at this time. Please keep from leaving until the end. This section shouldn't be missed. It will reveal the nature of the blessing and the cause for its delayed delivery. You are about to get valuable knowledge. My dearest offspring, you will arrive shortly. Continue to stay at this location. Kindly avoid from skipping. A big event is now taking place near your location. The reason for the recent difficulties in your life will be lost if you even move a little. Archangel Michael says, do not depart until the conclusion. The scenario is starting to make sense. Archangel Michael is sending you a powerful message as you strive to improve. Your past, your worries, or the fury, betrayal, or covert goals of another person would try to stymie your advancement. However, upon your arrival, Archangel Michael promptly retrieved his sword and severed all of the chains. He cautions against skipping. Inform them that they were resilient throughout the entire process. Others desired for them to believe they were. However, this fabrication is currently unraveling. Avoid moving. An important event is approaching. The blessing you are about to receive is unparalleled. Your association with the wrong people caused the process to be delayed for months, if not years. Those individuals are currently being excluded from your existence. Please refrain from scrolling. Do not turn away. Archangel Michael modifies your trajectory with each second you remain, allowing you to reach prosperity, peace, and an unexpected breakthrough. Stay until the end, because the following part will describe exactly when this benefit will begin to materialize in your experience. Kindly refrain from skipping, infant. Are you prepared for the conclusion? Archangel Michael reminds them that this portion holds the truth they were never meant to know. The truth explains every delay, separation, every moment that you couldn't fathom. This message is the final action that needs to be completed before an important occurrence. Please refrain from scrolling. Avoid moving. Archangel Michael shows you with a significant situation in which you are navigating a tempest that was never meant to hurt you. The purpose of this was to demonstrate who was being truthful and who was not. Rejection was not the reason someone left your life. A plan was unsuccessful or a door was closed. Shifting was it. He instructs them to avoid skipping. Let them know that their suffering awoke them. Dear child, the turmoil in your life has begun to subside. When you reached this section, the pace of negative events slowed while positive events increased. Please keep from leaving until the end. Frequently, there are overwhelming signals that a truly unusual event is about to occur. The most unexpected aspect of the situation occurs at this juncture. According to Archangel Michael, you are going to receive more than just a blessing. Yes, it is correct. The universe is correcting all faults. Kindly avoid from skipping. He is positioned behind you and is erecting a shield in front of you to facilitate the acquisition of an item that you never anticipated. In the following segment of today, you will meet the person who attempted to thwart your destiny. The wall is being dismantled. Continue to stay at this location. Please refrain from scrolling. Please stop skipping, my beloved youngster. If you persevere until the end, Archangel Michael will eventually reveal the truth about the energy that has been obstructing your advancement. Currently, it is time to remove the coverings. Shadows are revealed, and you finally comprehend the reason for the delay in your blessings. You are currently experiencing a huge transition. Please refrain from scrolling. Continue to stay at this location. Archangel Michael possesses a sharp intellect. While gazing at you, no one engages in conversation. Someone who was enraged, but grinned. An individual who opposed your acquisition of what was lawfully yours. Achieve success or climb to the pinnacle. However, the sword of Archangel Michael severed the message they were sending. He tells them not to skip when you arrive. Inform them that the person who attempted to obstruct them is temporarily unable to take action. My beloved kid, this is your time to be free. Additional negative effects are removed. Right now, you are free for every second you remain, correct? I am not aware of any criticism in the comments. This leads to the displacement of the residual negative forces. These words assist Archangel Michael in performing his duties and erecting a spiritual shield that conceals all damage. Utilize the force of your words to assert your independence at this moment. The startling reality has been disclosed, and it will never transpire again. Archangel Michael warns you that you did not receive his blessing previously because the wrong people were watching you. An excessive number of people were watching your route. Nevertheless, that individual is currently unable to perceive your future. Please avoid from scrolling. We proceed. The following part will offer you with details on the upcoming event and its significance. An important event is approaching. Please guarantee that you do not neglect it. Small. Kindly avoid from skipping. It is imperative that you remain until the conclusion in order to hear the information that has been intended for you throughout your existence. Declares Archangel Michael. The power dynamic around you is currently undergoing upheaval. You are aware that a significant event is imminent. This was not meant for you to be aware of until now. Please refrain from scrolling. An important event is approaching. Archangel Michael shows you a magnificent image of a golden radiance that is moving directly towards you. This light represents the long-awaited breakthrough, change, and benefit. If you neglect this section, he informs you that the blessing will gradually diminish once more. Stay, my cherished kid, after coming this far. It is impossible to overlook. As time passes, the amount of golden radiance increases. It bypasses your defenses, evil motives, and hidden gadgets intended to harm you. Kindly avoid from skipping. Avoid moving. According to Archangel Michael, this is the biggest surprise. Things that were designed to hurt you are no longer capable of doing so. The previously postponed blessing has finally been triggered. The energy environment that surrounds you is changing right now. The subsequent section will provide a detailed explanation of the manner in which this blessing will manifest in your life. Please refrain from scrolling. Refrain from blinking. It is best to postpone your decision until the end, as everything will soon become evident. Please refrain from skipping. Archangel Michael wishes that you remain in your current position, since this is the time your spirit has been waiting for. The energy around you is fading, like a curtain on a stage. The truth of your travel will change everything you know. Please refrain from scrolling. An important event is approaching. Archangel Michael's vision is unmistakable and robust. A door that has been kept shut for years due to terror can now open. Uncertainty and people who refuse to recognize your worth. However, at this point, he put his palm on the door, causing it to crumble. He whispers instead of skipping. Inform them that their opportunity to be forgotten is over. They will observe each individual in the way you have constantly instructed them. Your breakthrough, my dear child, is no longer a secret. The situation is improving. Every second you stay, the force that unlocks that door becomes stronger. Stay until the end. The following is the significant revelation. What is Archangel Michael's message? The blessing you're going to get will be a pleasant surprise. There will be an event. A chance will arise or a message will appear to be almost too wonderful to be true. However, it is approaching. Kindly avoid from skipping. I'll now describe how and why this favor has arrived in your life. It begins precisely on this day. Continue to stay at this location. Please refrain from scrolling. Please refrain from skipping. Archangel Michael claims to provide the most profound, unshakable, and life-changing message for you in this section, kid. Please keep from leaving until the end. Your spirit is growing as a result of these changes. Your intuition is now more powerful. And with each second that passes, your destiny undergoes a transformation. Please refrain from scrolling. An important event is approaching. The image that Archangel Michael presents is so vivid that it has an impact on every aspect of your body. He whispers while he draws a trail in front of you that progressively lightens, as if the lights had been turned on after a long time of darkness. Inform them that they never went missing. They were prepping. I have affection for you, my child. Everything that was difficult, silent, and baffling was building your resilience to face the upcoming trials. Kindly avoid from skipping. That light will shine on your journey, feelings, and future for as long as you live. Significant information has been released. Archangel Michael predicts that your benediction will commence in a modest, yet significant manner. It will stimulate thought and reflection. It could be an abrupt change, a message, or a sign. That is the moment. It won't be terribly loud or dramatic, but it will be noticeable when it arrives. Please refrain from scrolling. Continue reading until the end. The subsequent section will provide you with an explanation of the reason for this blessing selection of you and the manner in which your life will be altered in the future. Continue to stay at this location. Something truly amazing is about to happen, my little child. Kindly avoid from skipping. Archangel Michael suggests that you stay in your current position because this is the most essential and delicate point in your journey. To date, you have been surrounded by a tremendous energy field. Individuals worked hard for months, if not years, to attain this perfect alignment. Scrolling during this time may cause disruption. Please keep from leaving until the end. Something significant will become apparent in a moment. The image of Archangel Michael is now clear. Your heart is beating faster. The path you are on continues forward. The shadow that had been following you has now disappeared. That shadow represents all of the elements that attempted to thwart your destiny, including dread, betrayal, and hidden foes. He repeats it in a mumble. Inform them that the period of darkness has concluded. No, it will not skip to the next part. Kindly refrain from skipping, infant. As long as you stay in this position, the issues that previously hampered you will remain unresolved. The bonds that had previously hindered you have been entirely severed. Avoid moving. There is an approaching event that is breathtaking. Archangel Michael anticipates that you will experience a sense of destiny's hand on your shoulder in the days ahead. It could be a voice, a sign, or an unexpected change that stops you in your tracks. You'll quickly identify it and believe Archangel Michael was preparing me for this. Please refrain from scrolling. Continue reading until the end. The next section will discuss the people who may return or leave your life, as well as the impact that this transition will have on your overall future. A forthcoming event will significantly alter your existence. Kindly avoid from skipping. Please refrain from skipping. Child, if you want to know the truth about your relationships, your past, and your forthcoming chapter, please read the full manuscript. Archangel Michael made that comment. At present, a powerful energy is circulating in your vicinity. You will lose out on the most important message in this exchange. If you are now scrolling, please stay in this location. A significant affair is currently underway. Archangel Michael provides a distinct image. There are two distinct paths that can be taken, but only one will result in a genuine, joyful ending. It's conceivable you're ignorant, yet someone on one path has been impeding your progress, giving you grief, or making you feel uneasy. A person on the opposite path will assist you in achieving a state of well-being, ensure your safety, and establish a connection with your destiny that you have never experienced before. He instructs them to avoid skipping. Inform them that a change is imminent. Someone who was not supposed to accompany them will go, and someone who would aid in their development will join them. My cherished child, remain where you are, as this transformation is already evident in all corners. The following is a significant revelation. The actions of an individual are about to undergo a transformation that will take you by surprise. According to Archangel Michael, someone may abruptly leave your life or introduce you to a new person. This is not an error. This is how you coordinate. This ensures your protection. Destiny is directing you toward your most ideal self. If you are prepared to embrace this divine shift in your relationships and trust the path that is being revealed, say this out loud right now. To indicate your support for this superior technique, please enter Amen in the comments box. This signals to the universe that you are ready to let go of the impediments to your growth and make room for the connections that will allow you to go forward. Please refrain from scrolling. Have a thorough read. Which blessing do you receive when this individual departs your life? The following part will explain the reasoning behind this change, which is critical for your breakthrough. There will be a significant event. Don't overlook it. Please stop from skipping, infant. This is the turning point, announces Archangel Michael. This is the point at when everything that has been blocked, delayed, or obstructed in your life starts to move again. Please remain in this location at this time. The energy around you is quite fragile. If you browse even once, the alignment that was designed for you may become fragmented. Stay until the end. An important event is approaching. When the time is right, your life will unfold like a sealed box, full of favors, opportunities, resolutions, and big steps forward. Archangel Michael clearly demonstrates this to you. Previously, the energy that enveloped you was not secure. Consequently, the container remained closed. Individuals in your neighborhood were harmful to your health, and your trajectory was unpredictable. However, the moment you reached this juncture, Archangel Michael caressed the box, allowing the initial beam of light to pass through. He instructs them to avoid skipping. Ensure that they are informed that their abundance is no longer restricted. They will eventually be liberated. My beloved kid, your existence is starting to grow today. The surprise has arrived. Archangel Michael informs you that a benediction is imminent if you request it. It could be a spontaneous incident, an unexpected message, a change in your finances, an obvious indicator, or a change in your surroundings that happens at the right time. You are about to experience something you previously thought was unimaginable. Please refrain from scrolling. Do not exceed your capabilities. The following section will describe the first event in your life, which could be love, money, chance, or destiny, and why the present time is the most advantageous. An important event is approaching. Please don't overlook this. Archangel Michael instructs us, my beloved child, do not neglect this task. This is the moment when you will begin to observe the initial indications of your breakthrough. Therefore, stay to the end. Everything that was previously buried, neglected, or in motion appears to be rising, akin to a tide that will eventually break. If you are now scrolling, please stay in this location. An important affair is currently being planned for you. Archangel Michael provides you with an even more brilliant vision to bolster your existence. You need love, money, opportunity, and your destiny. 3 of these have been closed for an extended period. However, the one you require the most has unexpectedly appeared at the perfect time. Additionally, he states, "Tell them that the initial blessing they receive will be the one they require the most. Please refrain from skipping, even if they did not explicitly state it. Every second you live, my darling, that blessing grows more real, clear, and imminent in your life. This is your shift. The surprise has arrived. The area of your existence in which you experience the most pain. Michael will be the first to ascend, according to Archangel. If your heart has been injured, the first thing that will return is love. If you were experiencing distress due to financial tension, you will prioritize this issue. If you are feeling as though you have nowhere to go, new opportunities will arise before anything else. Make sure you understand this before proceeding to the finish of this important message. This is not just a coincidence. You were selected. Archangel Michael tells you to glow in a secure manner among individuals who understand the truth as revealed by God. At present, it is important to recall this spiritual truth. Your dedication to this work promotes speedy growth and heavenly favor. If you wish to continue moving in divine alignment, it is crucial to access powerful content early and be among the first to walk in the light that has been disclosed. Ensure that you are subscribed to this channel. Subscribing indicates that you are willing to fulfill each commitment made to you. Each prophetic word that is disclosed here is a key to the subsequent stage. The mere act of being present, alert, and energetic is really important. Execute the action. Your abundance awaits you. Before anything else, you did not come here by accident. Inhale gently. It was not planned that everyone would have the opportunity to experience what was to come. It was meant for you. A person who has been carrying a heavy object for an inordinate amount of time. The person who has undergone so many instances of anguish while smiling that you have lost the feeling of calm. God chose this exact moment. For weeks, Archangel Michael has circled your name. Angels waited, didn't act, and expected perfect synchronicity. The curtain that has been hiding the truth about your money, family, and destiny is now being lifted. However, it is critical that you stay to the end. Each word contains a bit of the information you've been waiting for. Archangel Michael is now addressing the audience. He claims that you have been frozen, not by your own flaws, not by destiny, and not by God's failure to recall your name. Someone you never suspected has built a deliberate and calculated structure around you, one that has held you back. This person has sat at your table, uttered your name warmly, and quietly ensured that the door to your inheritance remained locked. Depression is not a feeling of weight in your abdomen. Anxiety is not without justification. Your spirit is applying pressure to the door of truth, which is represented by that weight. A vision has not yet been granted to your consciousness. Your spirit is already aware. It has always been conscious. Archangel Michael has been given the permission to reveal it today. Please do not leave this page. Do not mislead yourself that this is just another video. Something in the spiritual realm experienced a metamorphosis the moment you saw this. You were directed to this location with a specific purpose in mind. The guardians appointed to your life ensured that you discovered this. Because the truth about what was stolen from you can no longer be hidden. Archangel Michael is now expressing the following. Someone else has been in possession of money in your name. A legitimate and documented blessing that was supposed to be presented to you years ago, or a financial fact, such as a property, account, or inheritance that was never fully revealed to you. It was ensured that no individual would explain it. Someone took a silent and premeditated decision to keep you from living the destiny that God had set for you before you were born. You've had the experience. You have encountered an odd pause in your existence. You have encountered an unseen ceiling that hovers above you whenever you attempt to ascend. You've seen other people earn bounties that appear to flow freely, whilst yours were repeatedly thwarted by a series of unexplained twists. You told yourself that this was simply the way life works. You advised yourself to be patient. However, the problem was not one of forbearance. The problem was that someone had intercepted the message that God was sending you. Archangel Michael has stated that your identity has been concealed. Documents were edited. There were chambers where deals were made, but you were never invited. Your blessing was never supposed to be carried forward by an illegal signature, so it was discreetly erased. This isn't a metaphor. This isn't a spiritual concept. There are real documents, accounts, and records in which your name should appear, but it is not because someone verified it. This activity was carried out by a recognized individual. They are not a phantom from your distant past. They are someone who has seen your tears, heard your laughter, and whispered blessings over you with the same lips that has breathed directions to keep you small. Archangel Michael has witnessed every moment of it. He attempted to reach you sooner, but God required that you reach a certain level of internal fortitude before this truth could be safely delivered to you. Even if you don't feel particularly strong today, even if you woke up this morning feeling as if you were just holding on, you're still at that level. The very fact that you are here, that you have stayed, and that your eyes are still tracing these words is enough evidence. Your identity and consciousness were clouded by the fog they used to create feelings of inadequacy. Refuse to accept the mist. You are more powerful than anyone in your neighborhood has ever planned for you to be. Archangel Michael has now said the following. A woman is present. She is connected to your family or your past. She did not cause the damage, but she did watch it. She was there for the decision-making process. She kept her silence out of fear, loyalty to someone who didn't deserve it, or because she was under duress. However, something has been altering in her spirit. She wants to communicate. She requests permission from the skies to communicate, and Archangel Michael informs her that she is nearby. Her energy is in close proximity to your own. If you are feeling a cold or a strange sensation in your bosom, it is the spiritual realm's presence calling to you. You do not have to look for her. Heaven has already choreographed the occasion. Nonetheless, it is your responsibility to make the initial spiritual proclamation. Right now, tell yourself this with complete conviction. I am ready to acquire all of the information that was previously kept from me. Pronounce it as you breathe. Speak it with the part of yourself that has been silently demanding answers for years, because that declaration is more than just a list of words. It is a directive that reverberates across the invisible domain. It notifies Archangel Michael that you are conscious. It tells God of your readiness and begins the process of removing the hurdles that were impeding your clarity. Please provide your feedback at this time. I acknowledge my reality. Complete the exercise before reading any subsequent content. This isn't just about engagement. This is a spiritual action. When you type those words, you are declaring to heaven that you are tired of living in the dark and have planted a flag in the ground of your own existence. The comments are being monitored by Archangel Michael. He recognizes those who have prepared. He observes those who assert their authenticity. Become one of those people. Additionally, if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please do so now. Please do not delay. By subscribing, you recognize the spiritual advice coming from this channel. It is the strategy for ensuring that you get every confirmation, communication, and spiritual insight that heaven sends your way through this place. Please subscribe immediately and turn on notifications, since messages like this one will confirm the indications that will be given to you in the coming days. It is critical that you do not neglect them. Please approach. The following piece of this message is the most sacred and important. According to Archangel Michael, you were never the problem. You were the chosen victim. There is a huge discrepancy. Being the issue suggests that the delay in your life was caused by an inside issue. Being on target means that the delay was caused by an internal source of brilliance. They had seen your gifts before you. They recognized the weight of what you were carrying before you did. Instead of appreciating what they saw, they tried to suppress it because your excess would have exposed their inadequacies. Your climb would have upset the arrangements they had made in the dark. As a result, they operated silently. They made certain that you would never doubt that their sabotage was love-related. They disguised the feast that was properly yours, while also teaching gratitude for the crumbs they offered. God is currently addressing your circumstances directly. My darling, I did not create you for such small gifts. I built you to accommodate the overabundance, the harvest that they buried. The funds were diverted. The blessing that they had intercepted. It was never destroyed. It was just postponed. Additionally, the delay has ended. Archangel Michael has been given permission to intervene on your behalf in the spiritual realm. As you read these words, invisible chains are breaking. Financial links are being dissolved. The spiritual equilibrium of hidden documents is being broken. The web of quiet that has been built around your inheritance is being pulled apart piece by thread. Individuals who benefited from that reticence are now experiencing it. It is possible that you have not yet seen it. However, there will be a perceptible difference in the next days. An individual will demonstrate unusual conduct in your presence. When the topic of money is brought up, a person who normally interacts freely becomes apprehensive. Look out for the nervous smile. Keep an eye out for any dramatic shifts in energy that occur while you are in the room. The discomfort indicates that the spirit realm is on the verge of revelation. This is a term that should be entrenched in your head. A member of your family. In the spirit world, someone who adored you but has since passed away has been advocating for you. She's left something for you. She wanted that it be given to you. Nonetheless, it was diverted from its original trajectory by individual hands other than its own. Archangel Michael states that she is the reason you received this message today. She struggled in the spirit realm to guarantee that you have this clarity. She is currently watching you and anticipates that you will not withdraw. She requires you to understand that the object intended for you has not vanished. It has only been concealed. The heavens are unearthing it. Do not ignore the emotion you are currently feeling. Your spirit recognizes the truth when your eyes well up with tears, your chest tightens, and a part of you trembles. The visceral sense in question is due to recognition rather than imagination. All of this was already familiar to your consciousness. For years, it has attempted to speak with you. And now, your intellect is finally catching up. Archangel Michael is currently offering you a spiritual gift. He is presenting you with a sword of insight, not wrath or vengeance. The ability to comprehend clearly is the most dangerous feature of a deluded person's life. Because once witnessed, the process is irreversible. Once the illusion has failed, it cannot be reconstructed. This instrument now belongs to you. Currently, you are under no obligation to do anything with it. Please maintain it. Allow the clarity to gradually spread throughout your body. Now, If this message has been resonating in your spirit, and something within you insists that it is genuine and intended for you, I'd like to take a moment to communicate my heartfelt feelings. The person who took your belongings is not at ease. They have been in dispute for a long time. The foundation of people who have built their comfort on stolen land begins to shift as the Spirit of God moves toward justice. They may be unable to understand the sudden beginning of their worry. They may not understand why some ideas keep popping up in their heads at night. However, Archangel Michael is aware, as is heaven, and you are also aware. You do not have to confront them. It is useless to subject them to fury. Heaven operates in a separate way. God has already announced that you will not have to make any effort. I'll fulfill your desire. It is not your role to conduct combat. You are responsible for receiving. Receiving necessitates the release of the bitterness that has accumulated in your spirit throughout the years of waiting, being almost there, and wondering what went wrong. You have not taken any improper acts. They made an error. Heaven is presently addressing the issue. According to Archangel Michael, your energy is linked to a physical and provable financial sum. It could be a policy, a property, or an account. It is essential that your name be included. Your name was previously associated with it. However, your identity was altered and ignored by subtle manipulation and trickery. They were under the assumption that being silent would give them with perpetual protection. However, the seclusion is about to end. God is dispelling the mists in the same way that the rising sun does. This is precisely how Archangel Michael predicted that this would begin to unfold. Within the following few days, an event will occur. It won't look to be a dramatic explosion. Initially, it will appear little. An email sent to the wrong address that reaches you, an unexpected message, a phone call from someone you haven't spoken with in years, an old box or document discovered during a cleaning session, or a conversation that deviates from its original path. Pay special attention to all of these. There will be no coincidences. Coincidences are not used by God. When that time comes, He uses heavenly orchestration, and it will arrive. Your obligation is to remain stationary. Avoid expressing emotions. Resist the desire to confront with rage. Pay close attention. Pay close attention to the topic, the speaker, and the path they recommend. This is because the first thread pulled will begin to unravel the entire structure built around your stolen blessing, including the discussion, document, and unexpected encounter. According to Archangel Michael, this must happen during the next 7 days. However, he believes that uncertainty is the only thing that can cause a delay. Have no doubt about it. Avoid justifying your current emotions. That sensation in your thorax, that pull, that weight you've been experiencing for years, is not a psychiatric aberration. That is a prophetic consciousness that has been trying to speak with you. Today, it finally has a voice. Please include this information in the remarks area. I am ready to receive what is mine. Please enter the information at this time. Allow that declaration to enter the spiritual realm. Archangel Michael should be able to see that you are following the decisions that have already been made in heaven on your behalf. When you read about the person who intercepted your blessing, pay notice to the energy that moved in your gut if anyone came to mind while reading it. In messages like this, Archangel Michael avoids identifying individuals. But your spirit is already aware. Delay the settlement of the issue. Allow it to improve its sharpness. You are not meant to be destroyed by understanding the people who have been functioning in the background of your financial life. It is meant to release you. God isn't just refunding your money. He's restoring your identity. Something considerably more valuable than money was gone along with the cash. Your release from the invisible shame of constantly falling behind, struggling, and watching others obtain what should have been yours, your conviction that you are deserving of abundance, and your sense of inclusion in your own story. All of this, in addition to the financial blessing, was stolen. All of it is being returned. When the restoration begins and Archangel Michael states that it is already beginning, it will be more than just numerical data. It will take the form of a change in your behavior. You'll notice it first in your voice, then in your decision-making process, and how you respond to people who try to undermine you. The way you move will differ. You will speak differently because you will finally comprehend, not just believe, but know that heaven has always had your back. According to the Archangel Michael, resistance will arise. Someone around will notice your awakening before you say anything. They will notice the difference in your energies and try to restore you in a condition of perplexity. You may receive a notification from them about an emergency. They may revive old dramas. They may use emotional manipulation to cloud your mind at just the perfect time when you need the most clarity. Avoid falling into it. Recognize its nature. It is a final attempt to keep your attention as a busy soul is unable to receive what is at its door. You have been kept distracted for an extended period of time. It has ended at this moment. Archangel Michael is currently lifting his sword in the spirit realm, motivated by a feeling of justice rather than fury or violence. That sword is cutting the final threads of delay that have become twisted around your benediction. Every time you've been told, keep in mind that every enigmatic obstacle and door that closed as you approached it were not divine rejections. Archangel Michael is currently removing the bonds one by one. You may feel a sense of lightness, warmth, or an abrupt exhale, as if an interior component has been allowed to relax for the first time in a long time. This is the spiritual task that is currently undertaken. You are prepared to bear the impending strain, which is not insignificant. Michael, the Archangel, says this: "What God is about to give you will be greater than everything you have ever received. This blessing will transcend the original as heaven adds interest to delayed justice. The spiritual debt grew with each passing year. All of the tears you wept in a tight space when you couldn't share them with anyone. It was recorded by the heavens. Heaven noticed each time you smiled while dying. Despite the strong desire to give up, you rose every morning and tried again. That was your exam, and you passed each time. The reward for completing the challenge is more than just restoration. It is multiplication. Archangel Michael has added one more thing to the list: forgiveness. This is the last key, not forgiveness for their sake. They can be held accountable to God for their acts without your assistance. Because bitterness, even rightful bitterness, even bitterness that was completely earned, takes up room in the spirit that your blessing requires, this forgiveness is solely for you. When you let go of your resentment and honestly announce that you are no longer bothered by their acts, your spiritual capacity grows. The blessing that has been awaiting entry will eventually be able to enter. It is unnecessary to openly express your forgiveness. You are not compelled to notify them. You must truly believe it in the isolation of your own spirit. Pronounce this promptly. I ease the suffering that has been imposed on me. My goal is to release the fury. I reduce the uncertainty. I choose to proceed in a state of liberation. God has always had something for me, and my palms are ready to receive it. Speak with the weary part of yourself. Say it with the part of you that wants freedom, because that declaration is the final lock, which you have just unlocked. What follows will be unique to each individual. Some people may encounter a sudden opening, a sudden contact, a sudden document, or a sudden call. Others will experience it gradually over several days, similar to the steady rise of the tide. However, Archangel Michael promises that you will be aware of it when it happens. There will be a sacred silence in your chest, a gap in which everything becomes loud before immediately being utterly quiet. The moment you come to a halt, you will realize that this is it. This is the moment that was revealed to me. This is the crucial moment. When it arrives, avoid excessive contemplation. Avoid seeking a sign that is so dramatic that it overshadows the real one. The stillness is where heaven moves. The ignored is where heaven moves. A name was scrawled on a scrap of paper. A repeated number. A song that is played at the exact moment and has the same words. A stranger makes a statement that appears to have come from within your own petitions. Pay close attention to all of this. And don't be frightened if an initial fissure occurs in the wall built around your blessing. Avoid haste. Simply observe how, as soon as a single fracture appears, the entire structure collapses, revealing the hidden treasure that is now yours. Michael, the Archangel, says this: before the end of the month, you will receive a sign that is so definite and undeniable that it will eliminate any question you may have had. This will be the time of clear confirmation, your flaming bush. Don't be concerned when it arrives. Allow it to be your guide. Allow it to urge you on, as that sign will signal the beginning of the most important chapter of your life. A chapter in which your peace, finances, and reputation are restored. The version of you that has been hidden beneath years of confusion and pain has finally emerged, revealing who you were always meant to be. God says, I am not merely restoring what was stolen, I am also expanding it, as the scope of my plan for you was always greater than their capacity to contain. They merely examined the surface. They only scratched the surface. Yet, the depth of God's purpose for your life is much beyond their understanding. They did not create you for the goods that they allowed you to have. Those are significantly different quantities, and you were made for a certain purpose that God intended from the beginning. According to Archangel Michael, you will be given an additional title. It could emerge in a dream. It could appear on a screen or be a name you happen to come upon in passing. It may be stated in an unrelated topic, yet hearing or seeing it will cause your pulse to stop. Your body will feel it. Don't overlook it. That term corresponds to the next phase of your rehabilitation. It is probable that the person is a barrister. A family member may eventually be willing to speak up. They may be an unexpected person, but paradise will hire them, and whether they realize it or not, they have a key that unlocks a door to what is yours. According to God, the transition will begin silently, but end with a celebration. In the following days, keep a lookout for the numbers 111 and 444. Keep a lookout for feathers that appear in strange places. Keep an eye out for music that speaks to your circumstances. Be on the lookout for people from your past who appear abruptly and without explanation. These are not random. These are signs of divine orchestration. Your blessing is not an accident waiting to happen. This strategy is currently underway. According to Archangel Michael, heaven does not require you to engage in combat. Heaven requests that you accept. Please accept it promptly. Acquire the financial correction. Acquire the persona you've always had. Obtain the peace that was denied to you. Be granted the insight that erases every lie they have ever told about your identity and what you are entitled to. Accept without hesitation. I'll take it with the authority of someone who understands that the most powerful force in the universe has been campaigning for them the entire time. Examine yourself. You remained. You were attentive. Despite the weight of the situation, you chose not to hide the truth. Even as your mind searched for a more obvious answer, you did not ignore the awareness that your spirit was making. That demonstrates boldness. This is the same courage that has kept you going through every difficult season, every lonely night, and every nearly missed opportunity. And it is the same courage that will carry you forward today. Archangel Michael is present and grinning. The spirits are exulting. I see you, God says. I have regularly noticed you. I have not overlooked any occasions. I have not missed a single tear. All delays were accounted for, and all accounts are now being settled. Your financial miracle is not imminent. It is presently in motion and en route to you. The evidence will appear. The truth will surface. The blessing will be received, and it will be pure. It will be delivered in its totality, with no accompanying grief. You are not destitute. You're not trailing. You are not overlooked. You've been selected. You are safe. You're gaining access to all that is yours. The truth about your finances is no longer veiled. The truth about your name is being reaffirmed. You are now aware of the truth about your purpose, and nothing will be the same after this. Before you conclude, accomplish the 3 tasks listed below. First, please enter your comments. I am ready to receive what is mine. Allow your declaration to persist in the spiritual realm. The second step is to subscribe to the channel and enable notifications. It has always been yours, and it is now on its way.